Alright. So, good night, everyone.
Yes.
So, this is our second discussion. And so let's do some recap. In the previous discussion, we already know that our title is a software
Mm,
smart parking system.
you are
Smart
lagging.
parking system.
You are lagging, Chami.
Lagging,
Yes. Okay, you're back.
lagging.
No, no,
Is it lagging again? No.
No, 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 no.
no.
Continue.
Is, all right. So to do in the previous discussion, I already assigned you which part that you have to focus. So in this discussion, uh, Fine, can you report a little bit? Scroll down a little bit.
Okay.
No. Just no in the okay, right. So as you can see here, I already assigned to you the introduction part 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in uh in part 3 introduction, I already assigned three of you, Afnan, Buhan, Jason.
Yeah.
Part 4 problem statement, I and Faan, and the part 5 objective, Afnan and Faan. And part 6, the last one is Syahmi and Buhan. So, uh, so okay. In the introduction, I guess we already have some movement,
Hmm.
some movement over here.
The,
So okay, Afnan, can you just give some briefing of what have you done in introduction?
so for introduction, who is it? Working with me. Okay, so Jason and Wuhan. Honestly, I only did just the first paragraph, and I don't have any idea after that.
All right.
So all that I have done is that I stated that well, malls are pretty much what we need now to buy stuff at. Instead of going to, well, you can still go to normal stores, but when you go to certain malls, like for example Chowkit, well, you can have the specific item that you want. You want to go to a computer store, you've got it. And then if you want to go to, well, I don't know, a hardware store or two ringgit store, all of it is
Mm-hmm.
inside a mall. So um, I'm just saying that in that first paragraph, we can travel by MRT and LRT or by bus. Well, which is what at least is available in KL where I am living right now. But
All right.
in in Kuantan or maybe in other um, rural areas, rural or suburbs, I can't remember. They don't have this kind of accommodation, so all they need to drive themselves to go to malls, and that's it. That's what I can think of.
Okay, next, Jason.
So,
What did you do in the introduction?
I took Afnan's idea and then I
you
added
took
some more.
you took my
All right.
Yeah, I talk about um, the other part of the problem, which is the first part is getting to the mall. If you're
Okay.
staying far away, you need to drive to there. But what about when you are there? So the parking space is limited because shopping complexes are built to a certain limit, and at the time of the construction, it might not be. It might have way more than enough, but since cities grow and people flock to shopping complexes on certain events, so
Yeah.
the
Okay.
the parking might not be enough for on certain days. And
Okay.
in the should I talk about the third paragraph also, or
Hmm?
So
should I
yeah.
continue?
Okay. Alright. The so I think the introduction is enough. So let's move to the section problem statement. So problem statement. Person in charge in this section is me and Pak An. So I got in the problem statement, I divided into section which is 1.2.1 is problem identification, which we have to identify what's the problem, and the second one, Pak An in charge at that section. So in this part, I just elaborate some issue of usually that driver got a problem when they already finished their shopping. They want to go to their car, and usually they they are always do not remember where did they park their car. So so this usually happen in a big mall, like I already mentioned. Here is Petronas Twin Tower, Mid Valley, and Paradigm Mall in Johor Bahru. So I also mentioned that in that mall, they have over 1,000 and up to 5 level parking space. So this is a lot parking space at there. So that's why these things can happen. And I also do the sub of the identification, which is number one is confusion of the driver, and number two is wastage of time, and number three is can you slide down, lead to congestion in the parking space, and yeah, lead to congestion in the parking space is something that happen to a newcomer. Okay, the recent visitors have a problem to find their car, so they have to take a lot of time to find their car. So the newcomers also need a lot of time to get their parking. So that's a problem happen. So that's why I put the subdivision in this identification. So lead to congestion in the parking space. Well, okay. Pan, continue your section.
Okay, thank you, Shami. So my section is about the significance of the project. So the significance of project is like the Shami do the identification. So significance of project is like to reduce the problem that addressed by the problem identification. That we use the solution given in this project using the emergent technology chapter. So using the emergent technology chapter ni, this will decide about in the solution proposed. So we not decide this yet. So the first ones I do is early planning. So what I mean by early planning is the system or the application that we propose is to allow the driver to go to the shopping mall or the place that given example at above is go earlier or reduce time consumed by the driver when looking the parking in a shopping mall. So next is the reduce time and money consumption. This can help the driver because if they go to the shopping mall that have full parking, so it waste their time. So the third is the portability and accessibility. This system also help to provide significant portability and accessibility to the information which currently only available on site. In this case, the design car park. So I think that is for me.
All right. So we continue to the objective section. This section did by Afnan
Yep.
or Afnan and
Huh. Only me. Paan.
Wait. Oh, right. Okay, this
Paan.
section did by Afnan and Faan.
Forgot about
So
this.
can you guys get some review what have you done? Have you guys done for this section?
Paan, do you want to do the talking? Or should I do?
Yeah, Faan, you are
Yeah,
sure?
you do.
Because I did those 3 points.
You get the explanation.
Okay, friend.
So,
Faan, you need to
you need to
explain the
elaborate.
last.
Paan, you need to elaborate.
Alright.
After this,
So
you need to elaborate every
Faan just
objectives.
read the objective and Faan elaborate what
Okay.
elaborate the objective. Elaborate each point of the objective.
I mean, for now,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going to state out the objectives, and later on, Paan, I am counting on
Oh.
you to elaborate each one of those, because
Okay.
because I don't think
Nice.
that we can achieve 30 pages if we have objective only to have 3 points just like that.
Yeah.
Actually, the objective is only a point, right?
I mean, yeah,
We
but
don't
madam,
have to elaborate it.
but madam wants
Oh.
us to create something this thick.
Oh, so
How many?
I mean,
Yeah.
why not
So
just elaborate the objectives
we need
a little bit more.
40 page. Yeah. So usually objective we do not have to explain each of those each of those points, but
But in this case,
yeah, we have to make this project at least 30 page. So we think that we need to elaborate each of those points. So then, yeah,
okay,
give a review.
so the first objective is that to propose a solution for the current problem. Well, we did that,
All right.
and then
Propose solution for a current problem. Yeah.
yeah, we did propose the smart parking system, right? So that was the proposed solution. And then for number 2, to decide 3 techniques from the 9 emerging technology subtopics that should be used in order to build up the solution. We picked 3, and it was big data, IoT,
Alright.
IoT for sensor and stuff, and then number 3 is for Paan.
Okay.
What was it?
System integration.
System integration. Is
I
that
think system
so?
integration.
Was it system integration or security?
Data security.
Crap, I forgot the word.
Cyber security. Is it cyber security?
I think data security.
Yes.
Yeah, cybersecurity.
Mm.
Alright.
Was it cybersecurity
So-
or system integration?
So we have 3. Which one? Which is cyber security, big data, and
Yeah,
IoT.
IoT.
IoT. So we have 3 technique over
So-
here.
So objective number 2 passed. So objective number 3, to evaluate and survey the proposed system towards users. I mean,
Okay.
we only propose the system. We don't actually build it up. So it's kind of hard for us to survey people right now based on what we have, because we only have it on paper. We don't have it in front of them. We don't have an actual application for them to use.
Yeah,
But
we only just propose system. Yeah, propose solution.
but we can evaluate the proposed system by giving them surveys. I mean, Shami,
Yeah,
you can interview your parents if you want, because
yeah,
our scope
yeah.
right
My
now.
parents always going to the mall.
I see.
Again, they knew
I
what
mean,
happened to
Jason, you
in the
can
mall.
too, because right now we are focusing on malls which are outside of major cities. I mean, Kuantan is a city, but as a
But
person
yeah,
from
my
KL,
content have only a small mall.
as a person from KL, honestly, I think Kuantan is somewhat somewhere, well,
Or
a little
if
bit
you suppose
developed.
the mall in KL, so you have to do the survey.
No, because we
But
already
but
have the
but
system. I mean, not an actual application on phone, but there's a center for users to navigate their cars. So that's it. That's the three objectives that we are going to achieve in this final year project. Final year project.
mm,
Wow.
It is
Wow.
project.
final project no final project of
Final project. Final
imagine
project
imagine technology.
for emerging technology. Yes.
Alright.
Right.